think all of y'all know me, but I'm Claire. I'm one of the senior students. We take turns leading these Sunday morning meditations. So we'll do our meditation, and before we start, I have a few, thoughts to share on the topic of Easter and rebirth and whatnot. Um, but before I talk about that stuff, we have a black book going around. So I think probably all of y'all are familiar with it, but you can put names in it if there's somebody you'd like to kind of dedicate our practice to. Yeah, so let's get started. So I was thinking about what to say this morning, Easter. Of course, the Christians think of it as a time when Jesus rose from the dead and kind of saved all of humanity and whatnot. I like to think of it as a time for new beginnings, a time for being kind of intentional about what we want to take forward with us into the new year. I think this is right around the time of Nepali New Year, so it's a nice time for new beginnings. So what I was thinking in terms of meditation on this theme of kind of rebirth, renewal, is, in a way, the breath itself, the sort of in-breath and the out-breath, the flow of that breath is a reminder of change. And it's a reminder that things end and things begin. And in a way, that's what every New Year celebration is about. I guess it's kind of what Easter is about, too. I don't really want to comment on Easter since I'm not a Christian these days. So I'll stick with the theme of, new beginnings. But to me, part of what we don't maybe take to heart so much as a culture, we're really focused on the new beginnings. Every day is a new day. I can decide what I'm going to do today. I can decide what I'm going to put my focus on. But what we don't so much bring to mind necessarily is that a new beginning means letting go of something else. And so that's what I've been thinking about this weekend. What do we let go? And what do we carry forward? And what's the continuity? What's kind of the thread that connects the old and the new? And as a Buddhist, I believe a large part of that thread that connects what came before and what comes after is our intention. Traditionally, Buddhists believe in past and future lives. So, you might or might not take that in a literal way, but even in a metaphorical way, we all have things that have gone before. And if we want to make a fresh start, we all have the opportunity to at least make an aspiration for what we want to put our energy into going forward. I'm kind of not a fan, actually, of this kind of new agey idea that, we choose our reality. If I were a single mom working a minimum wage job or two, I wouldn't have the choice to come here this morning. I'd probably be working. So, I think there's really something to be said about the conditions that bring us to the moment that we're in. But any one of us in every moment, we have the power to make an aspiration, which is different from a decision. It's different from a choice. The aspiration, this is really key, I think, to a Tibetan Buddhist vision of the path. Our aspiration is not just, what's within my immediate grasp right now? What can I expect to do before this day is over, or this week is over, or this year is over? Our aspirations as people practicing Tibetan Buddhism, they're really more oriented toward full awakening, toward being able to fully benefit all living beings through attaining Buddhahood. So that's a really vast aspiration. So, this time of beginnings and endings and new beginnings, I just wanted to take a moment and reflect maybe together on the power of an aspiration, not as something that you achieve, even in this meditation session, but that you're holding in your mind as your long-term goal. So for me, a big part of continuing to do a meditation practice is recognizing when you've been distracted, recognizing when you've gotten swept up in some kind of anxiety whirlwind, and being able to start fresh. So to me, that's kind of where this theme of rebirth and intention and aspiration connects with the practice we're going to do this morning. Our intention is to be with our own experience. Distraction might be part of our own experience. Thoughts, sounds, feelings, it's all part of our experience. And so I think the most important part is every time we realize that our experience has become swept up in thoughts, to just recognize that and to start over, not with like a decision, oh, this time I'm going to keep my mind on my breath for 5 whole minutes, but with the aspiration for these next breaths, for this next time of my life, I'm going to try to put my energy with my experience. I'm going to try to put my energy not into self-judgment, but into curiosity, into wonder, into an open sense of greeting the next moment. So that's just what I wanted to kind of put out in the ether between us before we actually start our meditation. Just an emphasis not so much on control, not so much on I'm going to make this happen, as on this is my intention, it's my aspiration for myself, this is where I want to go. It's not even a choice, really. It's an aspiration, a sort of arrow pointing in a certain direction. So with that said, I'll just explain the first part of the meditation that we're going to do today. As probably all of y'all know, we begin with just bringing the attention in, bringing it to the center of the abdomen, and then really allowing our minds to settle deep down into our bodies and to really feel the expansion and contraction of the abdomen with the in and out breath, to really notice when we've become distracted, and instead of having a moment of judgment when we realize, oh, I just got distracted, see if you can take that tiny little moment when you realize you've been distracted, and before your mind naturally comes back to the breath, see if you can take that moment and feel in your body, what does it feel like to be distracted? Feel in your mind, what does it feel like to be distracted? Because you're gonna, that moment when you are able to bring attention to distraction is so short. So try and just use, this is my suggestion. You can do obviously whatever you want in the privacy of your own mind. But, I would just throw it out there that an aspiration for this session might be to really feel into every single one of those moments where you realize you've become distracted. So with that said, let's just sing our aspirations and the 2 verses from Shantideva, and then we will start. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. So we'll sit, we'll alternate between times of silent sitting, feeling into the center of the abdomen, and then sounding the sound hung together, which resonates with our own awakened mind, and having that sound be the object of our meditation. So if you'd like, as we're just settling into this meditation, you can reflect on your own aspirations for this time together. You can mentally give yourself permission just to be here and just to do this. You can just set down your backpack full of anxieties for a little while, and if you want, you can pick it back up again before you leave. If you like, you can imagine from the base of your spine, tree roots or plumb line, something dropping deep into the earth, down all the way to the center of the earth, connecting you with that very deep, grounded place. And if you find that your mind is just very distracted all over the place, you can come back to that image of dropping down that plumb line, connecting. You can imagine that the base of your body is heavy. You feel the support of the earth. And if you find that you're getting sleepy or your mind is very dull, you can imagine the sky above you. So you can just imagine away the roof and the ceiling, everything above you. Imagine away any clouds. You just imagine a brilliant, gentle sun at the apex of space above you. You can have a sense of this energy, this clarity, just radiating down to you. So if you'd like, you can use either of those images to kind of help settle your mind. Keep your mind not too tight, not too loose, and then you just ride the breath back down into the center of the abdomen and invite your mind to rest there. As we sound Hong, we'll just shift our attention to the sound instead of the tactile sensations. with another in-breath, you can invite your mind deep, deep down back into the center of the abdomen. Let it just rest with the breath. And allow your attention to flow entirely into the breath. If you like, you can let go of a sense that you are watching the breath and just allow the attention to unite with the breath at the center of the abdomen. right, so let's take a little break. There are snacks and tea out in the break area in the hallway. And in 10 minutes, we will reconvene and do the second part of the meditation.
Dawn Mountain offers traditional Buddhist teachings, primarily in the Tibetan tradition, in a way that is accessible to contemporary Americans. Having studied and practiced for many years under recognized Tibetan masters, and understanding that these teachings provide a way to realize the natural state of mind that embodies profound wisdom and deep love, Anne Klein and Harvey Aronson wished to share these traditions here in the United States. As a result, they established Dawn Mountain in June 1996, based on the core belief that it is possible to cultivate a better understanding of our deepest nature, which in turn facilitates new levels of mental calm and self-acceptance.
So our inspiration really comes from our love and gratitude to our own teachers. They spent so much time and care with us over many, many years.
Kaizen Rinpoche was extraordinarily compassionate. He had a terrific sense of humor. And just his ability to be present and immediate and just there. Adzon Rinpoche is extraordinarily compassionate and grounded.
And we've had extraordinary experiences with Adzon Rinpoche, whom I met in Tibet in 96. And I've had many hours of just, one-on-one conversation, a person who has tens of thousands of students to attend to. Okay, there's this wealth of cultural wisdom in Tibet. It's encoded in texts, in practices, in rituals, in art, and many people in the West are attracted to it, and yet Westerners are Westerners. We're Westerners. We're not monastics. We may dedicate our lives to practice in our heart of hearts, but we have families, we have jobs, we have all kinds of responsibilities. So how can we communicate and really experience transformation through these practices? For that, some kind of bridging is necessary. We're also a community center, nonprofit community center, which is the hub of our work extending life skills, the life skills of cultivating calm, of cultivating ease in life, of cultivating kindness.
What did you do today that you liked?
Make the glittery thing to show your anger.
And what happened when you shook up the glittery thing?
It made me feel a little bit like I wanted to meditate in peace.
And then the Research Institute is where we look at what we can provide by way of information gained through research for the interested public. So we've mentioned that our own teachings here, which are drawn from work that we've done, our own translation work, our own study, and so forth, some of these will start appearing as pamphlets for practitioners here, and some of them will become books that will be published and will be widely available to the larger public. And I am right now in the process of gathering a team to translate a text from this tradition, which he powerfully feels, and which I also have a very, very strong wish to see translated. And we hope to do more of that. We've seen people telling us how their lives have changed, how their lives are improved, the comfort, the inspiration that they feel coming to Dawn Mountain. We really are inspired to envision a way that Dawn Mountain becomes a stable beacon and place of gathering for people who wish to practice at whatever level.
I trust the teachings. I feel in the place. I feel that I am constantly fed.
And I can feel my breathing better because of the way my legs are positioned.
How long have you been sitting like that?
I learned it when I started coming here.
And it's not only been in the spiritual sense, but also in every aspect of my daily life. I feel that I'm less stressed out. I don't get as angry or as depressed as I used to.
It's good. It teaches me how to kind of relax and be mindful and help with school and stuff like that whenever I get aggravated.
One of our projects that has come to partial fruition is that we have developed a curriculum, which is posted on our website, that explains the open matrix of what a spiritual path can be, supported here at Dawn Mountain.
We've slowly become aware of the power of the media, and it is clear now that there is great interest in both our broadcasts from here, and from time to time we might be able to have broadcasts from Asia with Adzom Rinpoche or his sister Anila. Without students there are no teachers, and without teachers there are no students. We all dependently create one another. So we're very, very excited by the energy that is in the community. The community is alive, it is supportive, it is growing, and it really wishes to thrive, and we want to participate in that thriving in every way that we can. But we're really talking about finding a space of shared values. And if individuals share the values that we have in terms of coming to a deep appreciation of our innermost nature, then come and participate. That's the most significant thing that we can do together. Just sharing our participation is lovely and meaningful. And anything above and beyond that, by way of offering service for this community, offering financial, flows naturally. And we expect that that will just be a natural outflow for people because of that shared interest.
Dawn Mountain offers traditional Buddhist teachings primarily in the Tibetan tradition in a way that is accessible to contemporary Americans. Having studied and practiced for many years under recognized Tibetan masters, and understanding that these teachings provide a way to realize the natural state of mind that embodies profound wisdom and deep love, Anne Klein and Harvey Aronson wished to share these traditions here in the United States. As a result, they established Dawn Mountain in June 1996, based on the core belief that it is possible to cultivate a better understanding of our deepest nature, which in turn facilitates new levels of mental calm and self-acceptance.
So our inspiration really comes from our love and gratitude to our own teachers. They spent so much time and care with us over many, many years,
Khetsen Rinpoche was extraordinarily compassionate. He had a terrific sense of humor, and just his ability to be present and immediate and just there. Adzom Rinpoche is extraordinarily compassionate and grounded.
And we've had extraordinary experiences with Adzom Rinpoche, whom I met in Tibet in 96. And I've had many, 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 many hours of just, one-on-one conversation, a person who has tens of thousands of students to attend to. Okay, there's this wealth of cultural wisdom in Tibet. It's encoded in texts, in practices, in rituals, in art, and many people in the West are attracted to it, and yet Westerners are Westerners. We're Westerners. We're not monastics. We may dedicate our lives to practice in our heart of hearts, but we have families, we have jobs, we have all kinds of responsibilities. So how can we communicate and really experience transformation through these practices? For that, some kind of bridging is necessary. We're also a community center, nonprofit community center, which is the hub of our work extending life skills, the life skills of cultivating calm, of cultivating ease in life, of cultivating kindness.
What did you do today that you liked?
Make the glittery thing to show your anger.
And what happened when you shook up the glittery thing?
It made me feel a little bit like I wanted to meditate in peace.
And then the Research Institute is where we look at what we can provide by way of information gained through research for the interested public. So we've mentioned that our own teachings here, which are drawn.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. So now we'll do the second part of the meditation, which is now that we've kind of cultivated this, at least more spacious, more settled mind, now we'll kind of share whatever blessings or whatever benefits have come about through our practice with everybody, and especially the folks in the book. So if you haven't got a chance to write in the book yet, your chance is now, basically. So let's just take a minute or two and settle back into our posture, back into the kind of state where we have permission to just rest. If you like, you can imagine that image of the plumb line or the roots just dropping down from the base of the spine. You can feel that sense of heaviness in the base of your body. You can imagine that radiant sun at the apex of space just beaming down, offering you clarity and spaciousness. I'll just take a moment here. So we'll start with sounding ah and just imagining this radiant white light spreads from our chest all throughout our body, dissolving us into light. With a second ah, we imagine sending beams of light to everyone else in the room and receiving beams from everyone else in the room. With a third ah, all of us together send this light out through Houston and Texas and the entire planet and the entire universe as far as your mind can go. We just rest in that vast, open-hearted state of mind. Thank you, sir. So, to close our time together here, let's recite the dedication and then we'll do the blessing. And I guess, would you be willing to light the candle at the end? Do you know how to do it? No, there should be a lighter, and you see that like middle candle on that altar. That middle altar. Yeah, just if you find an unlit candle, just light it. Thanks. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. Okay, go for it. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. So we'll share our practice this morning with everyone, and in particular, sorry I gave you a hard job. Well, the hardest part is now over. Thank you. So in particular, we want to share our practice this morning with Gregor, Jennifer Kay and family, Shannon's brother in the Bardo and family, Jeannie's mom and family, Joseph for work, Kay for retreat, Tara for work, Moya C and family, Don Rickles in the Bardo, Lita Christoph in the Bardo, Hua Chen in the Bardo, Hyman's dog, Bardo, Jaime, Yongyan Mei, Amy Jia, Perdi, Athena, Dominica, Gary, Rito, Julie, Katie Garcia in the Bardo, Jenny, Jackie, Ed, Elaine, Warren, Jack L, Jack M, victims of war and violence, and all living beings. All right, thanks everybody. Since Mary Scott isn't here, I guess I'll try and do the announcements this morning. First of all, next Sunday, I'm very excited about this. We are going to go and visit our Muslim friends who came here last Sunday from the Turquoise Center. So we're going to go have lunch with them. So if you want to go, a couple of us will be driving from here. It's at West Belford at Beltway 8 roughly. So we'll head out there and take some vegetarian food to share. And you'll get to learn about Islam and the Turquoise Center and my friend Ali and his friends and compatriots out there who practice in the Sufi tradition. So if you want to get some Sufi goodness, come with us. Also food. And then we'll all come back together. So that's next Sunday after meditation, so approximately noon. We also have a Teaching Tuesday series going on. So that's the first and third Tuesdays of the month. Probably all of y'all in this room know about it. But it's a really great way to kind of go deeper into the teachings, to get some time with Ann and Harvey. It's just basically kind of the next step from the Sunday morning meditation. We also have the Dzogchen cycles coming up. If you have not already heard about that, feel free to talk to me. It's going to be super awesome, and we're already pretty much out of space. So you can't do it in person anymore, but if you are just now hearing about it and you want to do it, talk to me, and you can do it online. Is there other stuff I should announce? Oh, Compassion Week. Thank you. Yeah, so Compassion Week starts... Yeah, it's the 22nd through the 29th, so that's like starting next Saturday. Next Saturday, Dawn Mountain is going to have a booth in Compassion Week related stuff. So see Mary Scott if you would like to volunteer for that, or just come out and participate. I'm going to be doing a workshop at the Heinz Center on the 29th, the last day of Compassion Week. It's going to be a panel, an interfaith panel of 4 of us. So if you're interested, talk to me about that.
Just the one thing out there is we're most likely going to be putting...
Wait.
This for you to announce.
Okay.
You don't know about this since you've been gone. No, but we're going to need volunteers to try to arrange on Sunday the temple, so that we can get ready for Dzogchen cycle, see if it meets with approval, because we'll only have one more weekend after that.
So this is next Sunday?
Yeah, we're going to have to do it next Sunday, probably.
Sunday the 23rd. You can do it after you come meet some Muslims.
There you go.
Or instead of... 29th. It's the 23rd. All right. So there's a lot going on. See one of us if you would like some more information. Mary Scott, would you like to announce anything else? Yes, in an incomplete way. Please do announce Compassion Fest, because I'm not really sure.
There are 3 calls for volunteers. The first is this coming Saturday, April 22nd, at Compassion Fest at Levy Park. Please see me. And if you are willing to volunteer and you don't own a Dawn Mountain t-shirt, I would be happy to supply you with one to wear. Paul is modeling his today. Looks great. And then after meditation, next Sunday, April 23rd, we will be doing some rearranging. We could use some strong people to help move carpets and furniture and various other items. And then on Sunday, April 29th, we will be doing further moving and schlepping and arranging, and we could also use some strong and enthusiastic folks to help with that. So please come and see that. So 30.
So next, yes.
Yeah. 22, 23, and 30 is what I'm talking about. And there may or may not be an email with this information, but if you didn't get it and you're willing to help, please get in touch with me and I'll tell you exactly what to do. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Happy Easter. Happy Intentional Rebirth or Rebeginnings Day. See y'all next week, inshallah.